Hey, guitar players. Hey, I've made a pedal board for the Mill site, and one will be coming that's identical to it for the Oakmont site in the near future. But I just wanted to show you how it worked so that next time you're playing guitar at one of the sites, you can use it. Here it is, classic pedal board setup. I have tried to put anything that you'll need to press with your feet at the bottom here, and anything that stays on up at the top. So let's go one pedal at a time, and I'll show you the controls on each of these. The volume pedal right here. The input for it is in the back right side, and the output to the pedals is right here. There's also another output for the tuner right here, which means that the tuner can stay on all the time, and all you have to do is take the volume pedal down to mute yourself while you're tuning. There's also a knob on the side here that should stay all the way left to be useful most of the time, but it just chooses how low the volume pedal goes at its lowest point, and I just have it set to be muted when it's at its lowest point. And then we go into the compressor. I've set this so you should just be able to leave it on and forget about it. It'll just give you a little bit more sustain, a little more crispiness to your tone. You'll notice also that I've got these little pieces of tape here. I hate this method of marking where pedals go, but I will endeavor to find something better. But in the meantime, these are kind of the settings that I've realized work with the few guitars that I've tested with these. So this one should just stay on all the time. Don't even worry about it. Then you go into overdrive here, overdrive or clean. You've also got settings on all of these as well. So that should be good. And then you'll go into the delay, and this is where things get fun, because you've got 3 different delays in one pedal here. Whatever delays are on, you can tap a tempo into those all together. So I've set it so that the quarter note delay right here is in the background enough that you should be able to leave it on all the time if you want. It just kind of gives it a little bit more body, a little bit more presence to the sound, a little more intrigue. The dotted eighth is for kind of that classic U2, the edge sort of deal. And you'll see what I mean whenever you get to play with this yourself. And then I have another setting here for swells. So if you're doing volume swells with this pedal, it basically just gives you a nice long sustain on each swell for everything. And then same thing here. Everything in this pedal is programmed digitally, so just in case any of these knobs get moved, it shouldn't make a huge difference, but you're going to want to keep them roughly on these spots to make sure that nothing gets changed or goofed up at all. So from there, we're going to go into the reverb here, sorry. And you have a choice here. I'm going into the stereo. You can either come out of it mono, like we normally do, or you can come out of it stereo as 2, and it will work either way. Got markings here. Every one of these knobs should stay, for the most part, in the same place. I kind of feel like the modulate delay on this is kind of the right sound for the mix at our church. The one thing that I would, and I usually leave this on all the time. When I'm playing electric guitar, I leave the reverb on all the time. The only thing I change is this right here, this top left pedal. I change it between if I'm doing normal guitar playing, heavier stuff, and if I want it to be nice and quiet and more gentle, I just move it over to there, and then it just gets washed out. Sound just kind of blends together just a little bit more, and you can really hear it. But I would say leave it on all the time. It adds, like the delay, just a little bit of body and intrigue to the sound that's not there otherwise. So, on the bottom side of this, power out from there. You just plug in anywhere, and you should be set to go. So there are 2 main ideas behind having these pedal boards at each site. One is that I wanted to cut down on the amount of setup and teardown that we needed to do, that we could just know that whatever gear we brought or didn't bring, that there was always a pedal board at each site that sounded good, that was ready to go, that was reliable, that we knew we could count on to be there every single week, just to make our lives, everyone's lives, a little bit simpler. And then the second is that for the last several years I've been working on this project of getting the campuses to sound and look and feel the same, kind of have the same experience each Sunday. And I've done that with the drum kits. They're the same. Cymbals are the same. Keyboards that we've got are the same. Even down to stuff like the direct boxes that we use, or the microphones, or the in-ear monitors, that kind of thing. They're both the same at both sites. And so electric guitar is kind of the next step in that. I kind of found some pedals and some settings that would work for sure with amps and with the sound system and everything that we've got going on and everything that we've got set up already. Definitely still open to people bringing their own pedal boards and having, you know, their own gear and stuff like that. Not trying to squelch that at all. Just wanted to give us something that we knew we could count on to sound good. We knew we could count on to work. That would just be kind of the faithful gear that we could use every single week, sort of thing. Wanted to have that in the mix and hopefully have a little fun with it. So anyway, enjoy. Let me know if there's anything that the pedal board is lacking or needs, or if you've got any ideas. Thanks.